Okay, Coach, I guess just recap some of the loss here. What do you think went wrong?
Well, I thought we started the ball game and competed real well. I thought, particularly defensively, we came out and got some stops. They're a really skilled quarterback and receiver. Tough matchup problems, but I thought we faced that pretty well. Give up a ball over our head on deep ball, which 10 had done all year. But you can't turn the ball over, throw a pick six and then set the other scorer up on our end of the field. It was tough. But still being down, I think, what was it, 24?
24-3.
At the half. You take away those two scores, you can't. But our guys mentally is thinking, hey, it should be a 10-3 ball game, and we're competing. But came out in the second half, turned the ball over another couple times, and defense got wore down a bit. We didn't play very well against the run in the second half, and it got away from us. And we really struggled to run the ball against their front. They do a really good job against the run, and we got too predictable in the throw game. And you got to make better decisions when we throw the ball.
That really changed the game, didn't it? That little stretch right there, where with the two picks, and it seemed like it was a turning point.
Well, yeah, it was. And we knew going into this game we needed to win the turnover battle, and a week ago we did a real good job of making good decisions and not turn the ball over, and this week was the opposite.
How surprised were you that Zach wasn't able to carry over the momentum from last week?
Well, we knew it was going to be a step up in competition. I mean, there's a much better football team, playing here in Provo. They got some big physical players on defense. And, they did what we thought they were going to do. They pressured him. They mixed things up. They confused him a couple times with some disguise. It's every week is going to be a challenge, and so we didn't think it was going to be any walk in the park by any stretch, but we got to make progress from this.
Did you consider making the quarterback change at halftime?
No, Zach understood where he was throwing the ball, and he tried to fit a couple in that he shouldn't have. But when he turned the ball over a couple more times in the second half, we thought we needed to go with Kelton. We're down 24-3. I thought we were playing decent on defense. And arguably he throws the ball better than Kilton did. So for us to throw the ball, if he did learn from those mistakes, we thought that was the best decision to keep him with Zach.
Did 24-3, did that make you guys just too one-dimensional on offense?
I think what made us one-dimensional is when we tried to run, and we weren't able to block the guys up front. And you've got to be able to handle it up front. It was a tough day for Martez. It seemed like every time he had the ball, he had 2-3 guys in his face.
What can you learn from a game like this?
Well, you got to learn to just keep fighting. You got to learn, make good decisions. If you don't, you're going to be on the wrong end of things. It's always tough, particularly on seniors when they're getting down the last couple of games. We challenge them that we've got one more opportunity. We blew this opportunity. You got one more to leave, this season with a decent taste in your mouth. At least in the last game. And we're going to fight like hell come Monday to have a great game plan and work and send these seniors out the right way.
How will you approach the quarterback situation next week?
We'll go through the tape and evaluate it, and we'll make a decision, by Monday.
By Monday, you'll make a decision. Okay, and then
when I say make a decision, whether we're going to open it as a competition or what we're going to do.
Gotcha.
How did BYU physicality did they compare to Ole Miss and Utah?
Defensively, I thought they were very, very physical. Probably real comparable with those two teams. I mean, they got some large guy. Kafusi's a big man. He runs really well, and their linebackers run well and are thick and physical. Offensively, their offensive line's big. Their backs are big and physical. The receivers, probably not the same speed as Ole Miss. I don't think anybody is, but they had tremendous length and made plays on contested balls. We'd seen that against other teams all year long, and it's a good football team. They're well coached and a lot of talent.
What do you think you've been susceptible to these long runs? Air Force scored 42 in a row today. I think it was 52. Why? A couple of things went against you. It was 24-3. Why can't you stem the tide?
Well, what you got to do is you got to establish some things on offense and try to get some first downs. And but when we're going back out there over and over, and we get some guys dinged up, you've got backups trying to play and they're tired. It's hard to stand up. When you turn the ball over and it's sudden change and ball's on the 20, it's hard.
You think things would have been different if maybe you capitalize on that first drive where you start in your midfield, if you score a touchdown after the fake punt that Delvin sniffed out?
Yeah, no doubt. You know, there's all kinds of momentum plays during the game that if you make them, you know, the momentum, you know, totally changes. And I think them making us kick a field goal in that point was a momentum turn. You know, we had the short field. You need to get 7 points there, and we didn't. And you know, it becomes from a positive for us, becomes a positive for them holding. You know, when we get, you know, turnovers on our end, you know, we challenge our defense, make them kicks. You know, that's a win for you right there. But again, that's a good defense. We knew that. We just got to execute better.
We have any issues, Coach, at all getting your team up for next week, you think?
I don't anticipate any issues. You know, it's senior day. Our guys have tremendous pride. You know, our guys, I thought coming out today, you know, we competed well early on. You know, when the score gets away from you a little bit, you know, it becomes tough. But our guys will, you know, show up on Monday ready to work. You know, I'm sure our seniors will insist on that, and you know, our young guys will continue to develop.